Hello, my phenomenal viewers, and welcome on today's episode. On today's episode, we will be answering this GCE Advanced Level 2024 question 5 Roman 2. The question is under combination, and the question reads: a new primary school intends to recruit a head teacher and seven other teachers. There are three male and two female applicants for the position of head teacher, four male and six female other applicants for the teaching positions. Find the number of ways of selecting the staff of eight if gender equity must be respected. So, like I said, the question is under combination. But before we dive into answering this question, I would like to talk a little bit on combination. That is, what is combination all about? When we talk of combination, combination simply refers to determining the number of ways that we can select a certain number of items from a given number of items. So for instance, if we have n number of items and we intend to select just r number of items from that n number of items, then the number of ways that we can select this r number of items from n number of items can be determined using this formula, which is n combination r is equals to n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. So like I said, if we have n number of items and we intend to select r number of items from this n number of items, then the number of ways that we can do that selection is determined or calculated using this formula, which is n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r, or that factorial. Now, when we talk of factorial, what does it mean? So, for instance, as we have here, n factorial simply refers to we take n and we multiply n with all of the numbers that come before n and we end at 1. So, for instance, if n is say 3, then 3 factorial would simply be 3 times 2 times 1. This gives us 6. So we end at 1. If you want to end at 0, then you have to end with 0 factorial, and 0 factorial by definition is equals to 1. So this is how you determine factorial of a certain number. And for us to be able to obtain a certain number factorial, then that number must be a positive integer. If the number is not an integer, then it is not possible for us to determine that factorial. Now, coming back to the question says that this school needs just a single head teacher. And how many applicants have applied for this position of head teacher? The question says that 3 male and 2 female applicants have applied for this position. Now, we have to make a decision at this level. We have to either choose if the headmaster would be a male or a female. For me, if I were to choose, I'm going to choose a female based on how I've seen the VC of the University of Maminda runs her institution. She runs it very smoothly and everything is going in an orderly manner. So if I were the one, I would have recommended that the teacher that is going to lead, or the head teacher, should be a female. Now, if the head teacher is going to be a female, then it shows that we need 3 more female teachers to ensure that there would be gender equity. Remember that the total number of teachers that we need is 8. And the question has made it crystal clear that there must be gender equity. And when we talk of gender equity, it simply means that there should be the same number of male teachers and female teachers. So if the head teacher is going to be a female, then it shows that we need 3 more female teachers to make the number of female to be 4. Since when there is gender equity, we should have 4 female teachers and 4 male teachers. So the first scenario is we are considering that the head teacher would be a female. If the head teacher is a female, how can we do that selection? So we have 2 females. So 2 combination 1, since we need just 1 headmaster. So we have 2 female applicants who have applied for the position of head teacher or head mistress. So we have 2 combination 1 dot, but we also have 3 male applicants who have applied for that position, but now we don't want to select any of the male applicants who have applied for this position. So I will take times 3 combination 0. This 0 here simply shows that I'm not selecting a male to be a head teacher. I'm selecting only a female to be a head teacher, and I'm selecting just one female out of the 2 females that I have. Times, now, like I explained, since we've already chosen one female applicant, it shows that out of the remaining female applicants that we have, we need to select just 3 of them, so that we are going to ensure that this gender equity is respected. So how many female applicants are left? 6 female applicants are left, which out of these 6 female applicants, we need to select 3 that are going to go in for the teaching position. So we are going to have 6 combination 3 dot. Now, how many male applicants are left for the teaching position? Remember that for the headmaster, we need just one headmaster or a single head teacher. So since the position of the head teacher has already been occupied by a female, then the other teachers that we are recruiting are going in board for the teaching positions. And how many males applied for the teaching position? 4. So we are going to select all of the 4 males for combination 4. Now, when you've done this, you have to ensure that these numbers that are beneath should sum up to give you the total number of employees or the total number of teachers that the school needs. So when I take 1 plus 0 plus 3 plus 4, it gives me 8. So this is the first way that I can do the selection. So combination 1, this gives me 2 times 3 combination 0, that gives me 1 times 6 combination 3. 6 combination 3, that gives me 20. 4 combination 4 gives me 1. So it shows that I'm going to have 40 ways. It shows I'm going to have 40 ways. So now, this is the first scenario. The second scenario would be if we decide that the head teacher would be a male. If the head teacher is going to be a male, then it shows that we are going to now select 3 more male applicants to ensure that there will be gender equity. So if the head teacher is going to be a male, how many males apply for the head teacher position? The question says 3. So out of these 3, I need just 1. Now, 2 female applicants applied for the head teacher position, but I'm not going to select any of them, so I have 2 combination 0 dot. Now we have 8 female applicants applying for the teaching positions. Since I've not selected any females to be the head teacher, it shows that I need 4 female applicants for the teaching position. So this becomes 6 combination 4 dot. Now, since I've already selected a male to be the head teacher, how many males do I need to ensure gender equity? 3 more males. So out of these 4 males, I just need 3 of them. So this gives me 8 as well. So when you punch 3 combination, 1 gives me 3, 2 combination 0 gives me 1, 6 combination 4 gives me 15, and 4 combination 3 gives me 4. 4 combination 3 gives me 4. When I multiply this, I'm going to have, this is 60 times 3, that gives me 180 ways. So these are the 2 scenarios, or these are the 2 main possibilities. Now, for me to have the total number of ways in which I can select a staff of 8, ensuring that there is gender equity, I just need to sum these 2 main possibilities, which are 40 ways and 180 ways. So total number of ways, total ways is equal to 40 plus 180, and this gives me 220 ways. So this is the total number of ways of selecting a staff of 8, ensuring that there is gender equity. Okay, so this is how you go about in answering this question. And if you liked this video, please help me and share so that it can get to many students as possible. And if this is your first time coming across any of my videos, do not hesitate to either follow me or subscribe. And thank you for watching. Stay blessed.